Cat, please. For the love of God, go lay down. You don't need my attention right now. Eyafrim, have you ever tried meditation before?
Yeah, I'm really good at it. Every time I start meditating, I fall asleep.
I mean, it is meant to relax you, so, props there, I guess? But, I think we might want to find someone that can help you learn to meditate maybe a bit better so that you don't fall asleep.
Or if I were to meditate better, I would fall asleep before I stop meditating.
I don't think you understand how meditation works. Alright, let's see if we can find someone. Well, this person appears to be meditating right now. Let's let's see if they can give you some pointers. And hello there.
Hmm. There is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge.
There is no spoon.
There is no ignorance if he hasn't met you.
Oh,
Hello, you have meditated your way into the realm of forgotten memories and dreams. I'm Eyafrim.
And I'm Ashura.
well met. I bow to you both. I am Jorhar Renvos, Knight of the Old Republic.
It's a heck of a name.
Jorhar.
The Old Republic.
Yes, the Galactic Republic.
Is that like a two-party system, or
A interstellar power in the galaxy. I believe there are many parties and groups that form part of the Galactic Republic.
If it's a whole galactic empire, then there has to be parties like everywhere.
And I am a member of the Jedi Order.
That sounds like an anti-party. Like if people are having parties and then the people of order comes along, then they would stop having their party. Is that how it works?
Now you're confusing the definition of party. Party in this case is used in the political sense. It is good to get one's own definitions correct and in alignment before making such judgments. That is how we sever our attachment to emotional judgment. And from there is no ignorance, there is knowledge. How can I assist you, Ashura and Eyafrim?
I think you could teach this one how to actually meditate without falling asleep.
It is easy, well, to somebody who has practiced. However, all meditation requires practice. I find myself a quiet space, somewhere where I can be still.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is easier to meditate when we close our eyes. This is not to be asleep, young one. This is not rest. I believe my master put it like this: the mind is like a wind on the pond. Meditation quietens the wind.
Is this gonna be our ASMR episode?
Possibly. Though I do not know what that means.
It's an ancient technique where someone whispers seductively into a microphone.
Why did you have to use the word seductively?
Isn't that the definition of it?
I don't think it's seductively.
Okay. Anyway, would you like to tell us how you came to learn these mystical abilities?
Yeah, I was going to say, knowing about your story may help him understand how you meditate.
Ah, then I am happy to assist. From a young age, I displayed abilities that are unusual, being able to make small objects move without touching. And so I grew up on the planet of Coruscant, where I was taught at the High Temple how to indeed meditate. The Force flows through all living beings.
Okay.
By the age of 16, I was introduced to my master, Master Yaddle, who then taught me how they had taught many others the ways of the Force.
Hmm. Okay. So there's ways of the Force. Do you do other things other than just meditate?
Wait, exactly what is the Force?
Force is an energy field that surrounds us and binds us and penetrates us.
Like a smell.
I have heard some species are able to smell the Force. However, it is much larger than such.
Like a stink.
No. To explain the Force to somebody who is not sensitive to it is like explaining color to the blind.
Or a fart to someone who has the cold
Or what?
and can't smell. Sorry. I'm getting a bit off topic.
This is why he needs meditation.
I do sense that you are trying an attempt at humor, for you may be perturbed by my appearance, I sense. My appearance as a Jedi Knight does stir emotions of awe and sometimes fear. And perhaps you are trying to make me feel comfortable. That would be understandable. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're reading a bit too much into it, but are you saying that your outfit is like a sort of uniform and not just your bathrobe?
No, it is indeed a uniform. It is not
Okay.
bathroom.
I thought we caught you at a...
I am fully dressed.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could say the same, but
There are some species that do not require the use of clothing, and I see from your species you do not need the use of clothing.
yeah, let's go with that. I mean, I would say that I am too powerful for clothing, and Ashura is just a nudist.
Huh? I
So, how
we're just going to continue over that.
uh, how have you been using your abilities?
Many years now. I believe I am of 31 galactic standard years.
Galactic standard years.
Yes, many planets have different lengths of year,
Oh,
some shorter.
that must be awfully confusing.
It is indeed very confusing. Thus, the galactic standard unit of measurement was in place to follow the same orbit of planet of Coruscant around its star, the core of the galaxy, and the core worlds.
Is that the same system as the galactic metric system?
I believe the galactic metric system is in use.
Oh Lord, I need to put you in school. Are you accepting Padawans?
At the moment, I have a young Padawan learner known as Coco and guiding her through her trials. In fact, her greatest trial has been fighting in this war, for we have been at war with the Confederacy of Independent Systems for some time now.
What's the war called?
Some call this war the Clone Wars, for this is the advent of the Galactic Republic's new military initiative to use clone soldiers in its fight against the Separatists.
How did the war start?
I believe it started some maybe 15 years ago with an incident on a planet in the Mid-Rim where the Trade Federation tried to blockade a planet and extort it and oppress their peoples under an aggressive regime. The Galactic Republic was hesitant to get involved. However, with some assistance of the Jedi Order, we were able to resolve the Naboo incident. However, that led to friction in the Senate, and so the Trade Federation and their allies became the separatist movement to leave the Galactic Republic.
It sounds very politicky.
Indeed, very much so. Politicking that led to the building of a vast droid army.
So you have a vast droid army and some sort of clone army?
Yes, a clone of a Mandalorian soldier bounty hunter. I am not sure. Mandalorians are probably one of the most renowned warriors of the galaxy.
Okay. So what was your part in this war?
I am serving as General of the Grand Army of the Republic, and Jedi Knights and our Padawans have been conscripted to fight to defend our Republic. I serve aboard the Avenator known as the Reliant.
You and your Padawan?
Indeed. And with my Padawan Coco, I formed an elite squad of clones, and I called our squad Kathhound Squad, for we are all Kathhounds.
Cathounds.
Yes. A rather dangerous predator that is native to the planet of Dantooine, however loyal to their pack.
So what do you do at the beginning of the war?
At the beginning, we did not know the production of this clone army. It was unknown to us in the Jedi Order. We, as an order, were sent to the planet of Geonosis to rescue a member of our order, Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, from the hands of the Separatists who were headquartered at the planet of Geonosis. It was later when many knights and Padawans suffered many casualties as our attempt to rescue Master Kenobi happened at an arena where we had to defend ourselves against a whole host of droids and the native Geonosians themselves.
But what did you come there to do?
Our mission was to rescue General Kenobi, and from there I saw the clones deployed for the first time, descending from orbit on their transports. Myself and my Padawan were extracted. We met at the rendezvous point, and from there a great battle ensued, for this was the first battle of a very long war. I can remember vividly my squad and I traveling through darkened caves. I believe we were trying to find an alternate route to disrupt the fuel cores being sent into space to power control units that were in orbit from going into hyperspace to invade other planets. This operation was a preemptive strike to strike at the heart of the separatist movement. It was the intention to drive a decisive blow to end hostility, to end the aggression. However, I believe this merely fanned the flames of war.
So you feel like you didn't do any good for the war?
I believe there is a Corellian expression: the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Crude, but serves as a point for my analysis. The Jedi Order, we are not soldiers. We are keepers of the peace. Yes, we do carry the greatest of weapons, but it is not a weapon, it is a tool.
A tool that you can use in warfare?
Yes.
So it's sort of a weapon as well.
It is not its only function.
Well, I mean, sure, you can use a sword to cut a cake, but
Indeed.
I'd prefer to use a sword to cut a cake.
yeah, I mean, does it really matter if something has a primary use or not? If it's used in warfare, then it's a weapon, is it not?
I mean, you could say the same thing about a spoon.
Yeah, a spoon can be a weapon.
It is by merely carrying such thing is the badge of a Jedi. This can illuminate a cave. It is also a symbol of hope for the weak against the strong.
I mean, not gonna lie, that sort of sounds a bit politician-y to me.
Though many Jedi switch off their lightsabers in pursuit of a peaceful approach, the peaceful approach is the pacifists of the Bardotans, is not the doctrine of the Jedi Order.
Did you manage to win this battle at the arena?
The Battle of Geonosis, as it will be called in the annals of history, I believe it was a Republic victory, however, at a great expense. Many knights have had to step up and become teachers for our young Padawans.
Oh, so you're saying that you took heavy losses. I'm starting to learn politician now.
Yeah.
Oh god, don't give him that power. I'm not saying he's going to be able to do much with that power. I just fear what he's going to try to do with that power.
Although by order, I do not vote in our elections. We see the bigger picture. No, allow me to explain more on this point. There are masters who are able to see events before they happen.
Okay.
There are masters who have had great wisdom for many, many years.
Like, do they buy a lottery ticket with the right numbers, or how do you prove this?
No, it is by the will of the Force. It will show you things what you need, or perhaps should know, or by great interpretation of symbols in visions. It is empirical fact that there have been Jedi who have been so clairvoyant as to perceive things on other planets as it is happening. However, at the moment, our masters have been clouded by the dark side.
The dark side?
Yes, a part of the Force that is not taught by us Jedi. The easy way,
Oh,
the seductive way, the way of aggression.
I like this already.
Don't.
Where do I sign up?
Don't.
Of course, you want the dark side. However, the dark side is the way of pain, sorrow, anger, hatred. This is not the way of the light. The dark side is a crutch. You will always be forever dependent on it. For my ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you can smell it so far away, I can imagine that it's quite powerful.
I sense it. I perceive it.
Now, since there is a dark and light side, is there also gray?
No, I do not believe there is such a grey. This is the duality of the Force.
So, after you won a Genesis,
Geonosis.
Genoa,
Geonosis.
where did you go next?
I believe we were stationed in the Outer Rim. Our mission was to go to a colony under the governorship of Governor Tarkin to investigate a interstellar phenomena. This came from a planet interfering with hyperspace travels. Many trader ships and ships of the Republic were dropping out of hyperspace travel abruptly in this sector. I enlisted the help of a Dr. Indus Rutt, PhD, a researcher in hyperspace theory, and an archaeologist known as Cinder. We found the source of the hyperspace disasters. To describe it, a vast force sensitive machine. The force was strong here. I could hear echoes. People trapped in this machine, their very souls imprisoned for centuries, long before the foundation of the Republic, and longer still than the founding of the Jedi Order. A species of alien that wished to ascend. However, such experiment went disastrously wrong. With the help of one of my clones in Cathan Squad RC, with their technical abilities, and my Padawan and myself, we were able to guide the souls to become one with the Force and release them from their prison, thus solving the hyperspace disaster, for it required such an amount of power to keep the souls imprisoned. They had forgotten who they were. They'd been there for so long.
And what happened after that?
After that, there was a terrorist attack that happened on Coruscant that myself and my squad were able to resolve. And the source of this attack, the agent employed by the Confederacy, a Harch citizen known as Cheech, who had come from the planet Lawn 5 in the corporate sector. When we arrived there, we encountered significant separatist resistance. It would appear that they had been embedded in this planet and took military action to destroy the source of a program to hijack a new line of labor droids, construction droids that would be used to rebuild many settlements that had been damaged in the war. And so we made waste to this factory. In fact, our initial infiltration did not go according to plan. We were captured, gravely injured, and exhausted from our infiltration of this facility.
Okay, that doesn't sound good.
And a B1 battle droid intimidating me with my own lightsaber was perturbing, to say the least.
How did I get your lightsaber?
They must have taken it from my unconscious body.
Well, that's kind of rude.
I was exhausted, wounded. However, being a valuable asset to the separatist movement, it is no doubt that I would have been captured and extracted to a more secure facility. However, I was able to release myself from my bonds, as well as that of my squad. I reached out in the Force and reached for my lightsaber. Then we all escaped. However, not unscathed. My Padawan was grievously wounded, maimed.
I mean, how did you take the lightsaber?
Oh,
You reached out for it?
yes, I reached for it. And just as I demonstrated as a young age moving objects with my mind, I moved it with the Force.
Yeah, I mean, I can move stuff with the Force as well.
Not without touching it.
Well, yeah, I can tell one of the kobolds to move something. If they don't do it, I'll threaten them with Force.
Not that kind of Force.
Well, anyway, you took back your lightsaber and your Padawan
Padawan.
almost died.
Yes. She was injured. Very, very grievously.
Yes, what caused such an injury?
Blaster wound.
Oh, a little too inexperienced to reflect that.
Her arm had to be amputated.
Oh, that's quite bad.
Can she still use the Force with that arm?
Of course.
I didn't know if there were physical limitations to using the Force or not.
There is a theory that very invasive cybernetic implants prohibit the use, though if one is powerful enough to overcome those limitations. I sensed in her that she passed her trial of flesh. She did not want a replacement for her arm lost. She wished to live with that limitation.
Of having one arm?
Yes, for she is far stronger than the pain that it caused.
Yeah, but she'd be stronger with two arms.
Not necessarily. There are species with 4 arms.
But I'm saying that she would be stronger with two arms rather than one. And yeah, if she could get 4 arms, then why not?
I believe that was her decision, not mine. Her attachment to the pain no longer hinders her, and she is more than capable of making her own decisions.
Ashura, do you know of a way we can get more arms?
I'm sure there's some magic out there that will allow for more arms.
I do not know whether this place has weapons traders.
Not that I let Eyafrim know of. I fear the travesty that he might cause.
I'll get my hands on those arms. Anyway, do you see an end to this war? Or is it gonna just keep going forever?
The end will come when it will come. All things end. It is a question of when and how. But I do not believe it will be easy. The dark side clouds my perception. I cannot foresee clearly this far in the future.
What do you think about the clones?
I think that they are living beings and they are connected to the Force. I do not share the belief that they are merely tools in this war. It has been my policy to encourage individuality with the clones. Many clones in this war take on nicknames instead of their designations.
Okay.
One such clone in my squad of Cathounds, Pipes, has discovered art and the act of drawing and sketching. Their barracks has some of their work, but they are all indeed different in their expressions of individuality. Hothead, for instance, I believe has not chosen an art form or activity. Perhaps he relishes his physical exercises. I believe he passed the statement, I like to blow off steam on the shooting range. I sense in him
That he shoots steam.
relief, joy, happiness when he is practicing with his blaster rifle. The other clones, yes, RC has developed a interest in my religion around the Force. I have set time to teach them about meditation, as I attempted to do you, for you, Eyafrim. They have taken to the religion of the Force in an unusual way. They are starting the practice. They deserve respect and my medical care.
Well, that's good.
I'm a physician, you see. That is something I specialized.
Does the Force have healing abilities?
Yes, yes, it does. Something I passed on to my Padawan.
Do you specialize in any specific abilities?
I am able to move objects with my mind. I am able to jump vast distances. And I am able to sense your feelings, your thought. I can feel your curiosity, Ashura. I can sense your bemusement, Eyafrim.
And I can smell your force.
It could be that your sense of smell is heightened.
Yeah, I mean, compared to other species, dragons are superior in everything.
So do so many Arcanians think the same. Indeed, I have not met a dragon. I was curious of what you called your species. The only dragons I have ever heard are the ones called crate dragons, and they are much larger than this room.
Craig dragons?
Yes. A species of predator native to the planet of Tatooine.
I'm not sure that there's a relation.
I don't think I have any uncles or aunts on Tatooine. In fact, I don't even know what Tatooine is.
A planet in the Outer Rim. A desert world. Though the crate dragons do not, to my knowledge, possess sentience.
What's next for you in this war? What are your plans now?
I believe I've been redeployed to the Kalada Shoals Medical Center. There, I will serve as doctor in a hospital space station. I shall treat the injured, for this war has taken a great deal of toil and pain on myself and my Padawan, and I shall look after the injured and heal the sick. Thank you for summoning me here.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with us.
Wait, before you go, please teach him how to actually meditate. I need some peace.
Of course. You need only reach out through the Force.
I fear what he might do if he ever touches it.
Fear is the way of the dark side. Do not fear, for there is no ignorance, there is knowledge.
You haven't lived with him.
Perhaps you, Ashura, will teach Eyafrim the best.
By the forgotten, we can only hope. But thank you for joining us, and until we see you again, have a good awakening.
May the Force be with you.